Hello everyone, this is Temier with yet another battle with Ryan from GameFAQs. And I'd just like to give a shout out to the Ministry of Darkness. It's a clan that I've just recently joined. Do Wi-Fi battles, all that fun stuff. So I guess this is my first official match within the clan. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. Now, I will go ahead and warn this is a rather lengthy video, or the match was at least. Um, it lasted roughly, I think, 34 rounds. But anyhow, this is actually the second match that I played against Ryan using the team that I'm using. His first match, he actually used a rain team, and the second match he decided to switch it up, and so he's going with the Sun team this time. And obviously, he leads out with nine tails. So, I'm like an idiot. I meant to baton pass, obviously, but yeah, I switched out for some reason. Not very used to a baton passer, but at any rate, go ahead and try to ruin his son, and he burns me. So yeah, kudos to him. He kind of started off, screwing me up. So he goes for the solar beam, and obviously it's going to take another turn. I go for the Hydro Pump. It doesn't really do what I needed to do. I could have probably knocked out Ninetales right then and made this match a lot shorter. But yeah, Politoed decided to be a little punk and not do what I needed him to do. So I would go ahead and bring in Whimsicott, decided to kind of screw with him a little bit. He goes for Solar Beam, and obviously it's not going to do like any damage at all. Uh, so I go ahead and trap him with Encore. So this gives me a little bit of time to set up and basically just do what I need to do. And again, he's not going to do like any real damage to me. So I go ahead and I paralyze him, and he hits me with the solar beam. Minimal damage. So he's going to go ahead and swap out Ninetales and and bring out Chandelure. Obviously, he's just going to try to destroy Whimsicott as quickly as possible. Fortunately, I'd already kind of decided to bring Whimsicott back, so I U-turned, popping his air balloon and making him susceptible to ground attacks. So, not too bad. So far, so good. Go ahead and bring out Gyarados. And, yeah, I'm feeling kind of confident, and he withdraws Chandelure. And I'd already forgotten what was in his preview, so he brings out Dragonite. And, of course, I go for Earthquake. And, yeah, it doesn't do anything. So, kind of dumb move on my part. Should have predicted the switch, but, whatever. You guys by now should know pretty well how I am. Now, this was a good move here. He went for Outrage, just trying to knock out Gyarados as quickly as possible, and I brought in Fortress. Now, it did more damage than I really would have liked, um, but one thing is like the first match, Fortress was key. Had I not been able to get double layers of Toxic Spikes down and double layers of Spikes down, he would have swept my team. But I was able to, pretty much cripple and just keep pestering his Pokemon that he was bringing out. And he eventually lost the match due to status. But I was able to get the double layer of Toxic Spikes down. And obviously, you know, I really would have liked to have gotten at least one spike out, but it just didn't happen that way. Um, let's see what. Yeah, I went ahead like I don't really know why I did Volt Switch. I guess I was predicting that like I don't know. I'm not really sure what my thought process was there, but I go ahead and bring up Polytoad. Um, hoping to take him out with Ice Ball, which I will probably be going with Ice Beam instead. I got this through a trade, so I don't really know too much like what the EVs are set at, but I'll check that out. But anyway, I go for Ice Ball, and wow, it misses. Um, so he basically gets a free switch in. I'm predicting what he has. Like I know this is the movie Victini, so I know Terravolt is coming. So I take Politoed back out, and I bring out Whimsicott. Now, this is the reason why like this match lasted so long. There were so many switch-ins. Um, we were basically just trying to outthink each other, and Ryan is definitely he's a very good battler, and his prediction is usually spot on. So he brings out Ninetales, and he's going to set up the Sun again. And I tried to Encore, obviously, and it didn't do anything. So I swapped out Whimsicott because I do not want to lose him yet. Bring back out Politoed, and I take a nice big heap of damage, I think, from Fire Blast. Well, definitely a lot more than I wanted to. But, sometimes that's how it goes down. But anyway, so I got Rain set back up, and I decided to try to go again for the Hydro Pump. And yet again, he brings out Dragonite. Um, so I know Hydro Pump's not going to do a whole lot, but it definitely does more damage than what I expected it to. So it takes out a nice chunk. Still, I don't want to mess with that thing. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my Rain yet. So I take Politoed back out, and he's done for this round what he needed to. Bring out Whimsicott, and again, I was kind of I don't really know what I was predicting, but he goes for the Fire Punch, and would have normally knocked me out, but whatever. I go ahead, I paralyze it, allowing it later on to be taken out if need be um, by one of my slower, basically something that would be slower than it. So at any rate, I have him paralyzed. I set up the Leech Seed, do a little bit of recovery, and yeah. So at this point, I'm pretty confident I have Dragonite taken care of. But again, with Ryan, you really can't tell. You have you take this guy for granted, then he's going to wipe you out before you know it. So I go ahead and bring back in Fortress, and he'd actually withdrew Dragonite, bringing out Arcanine. Not really the most favorable move on my part, but he did get Arcanine with the Toxic Spikes. So I gotta say, like, I was never really a big fan of entry hazards, and especially the first time I tried to set up like Toxic Spikes, it didn't go very well at all. Um, so I'd almost just like given up on using that. But yeah, I gotta say, like after this match, Toxic Spikes is definitely one of my favorite moves. If you can, of course, get up the 2 layers. But anyway, I go ahead and bring in Mind Show. Um, and yeah, I gotta say, like actually, Ryan was one that introduced me to how annoying this thing could be. He used it in a lot of our practice matches for the Autumn Friendly, and it annoyed the piss out of me, especially with Fake Out. But anyway, I went ahead. Fortunately, I was able to take out his Charizard with a Stone Edge, which usually doesn't work very well for me, but it did what it needed to do this time. Um, So he brings out Dragonite yet again, and he goes for the extreme speed, trying to, just do as much damage to Mineshadow as he can. Mineshadow actually survives and hits with another Stone Edge, so Dragonite's out. Um, Now, the thing with this Mineshadow, which I don't know if he has it on his, but mine has Regenerator. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to do another Stone Edge and take out Chandelure. So 3 of his main attackers have now gone down to Stone Edge, which made me very happy. Um, at this point, he still has Arcanine, Victini, and Ninetales. Okay, he brings out Ninetales and goes back up for the drought, which I'm going to take this moment. No, I lied. Anyway, so he sets out the sun, and I go ahead and I, of course, bring out the rain. Um, Now, I was expecting another Fire Blast, not going to lie, but he was probably predicting the move or the switch in. So he goes with Hidden Power, which that Hidden Power is Dragon, by the way. Um, and anyhow, so he takes Ninetales back out. Still, Ninetales hasn't received any damage, but it's all good. He brings in Victini to a Hydro Pump, and Victini is going to go down. This thing had annoyed me so many times, in the previous matches that we had. So I was glad to be able to basically get the free hit in on it and to take it on out. But yeah, Burn is still wearing away at me. So I decide still I don't want to lose Politoed right yet. He brings back out Ninetales, and at this opportunity, I'm going to actually take out Politoed um, and bring out Gyarados. Now, I honestly forgot about oh, what was it? I forgot about Arcanine at this point. Not gonna lie. So I hit the Earthquake, and he threw on Focus Sash. So Focus Sash allowed Ninetales to survive. Um, but yeah, he hits me with the Solar Beam. It's not gonna do a terrible amount of damage at all. So I go ahead and I finish off Ninetales with the Waterfall. Um, at this point, he brings back out Arcanine, which, like I said, I'd forgotten about, but it's all good. Um, I don't know why I was thinking I can outspeed him, but I decided to go ahead and keep Gyarados in, and he falls wonderfully to a Wall Charge. Now I had a Wycon Berry on him, but as you see, it's really not going to do anything, especially seeing as it's no, it's not a critical hit, just double weakness. So I go down to that, and yeah, Arcanine is basically just on its last leg. So I bring on out Whimsicott, and yeah, I go for the Encore, knowing that he'd just used Wall Charge, and basically I'm just going to let him, take himself out with this. So anyway, want to extend a big thank you to Ryan, and yeah, thank you guys all for watching. And if you like my battles, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Thanks.